What's going on, guys? Welcome to the off-season video here leading into season number 7 of this Dynasty. We're going to jump straight into the coaching carousel and go straight through this thing. Guys, I'm going to be honest, I've thought through this long and hard. I've been sitting here staring at the screen for like 10 minutes now. And Oregon's definitely one of the jobs that I would consider leaving for. We've just finished our 6th season. We've won 5 straight national championships. A lot of our best players on the team are graduating this offseason. And I think it's time that we start fresh, embrace a new challenge, and we are going to accept this offer to become the new head coach of Oregon. Please don't hate me. So who is going to take our place as the head coach of Houston? It's going to be Washington State head coach Tyson Helton. Alright, interesting. Alright, so I'm not going to linger on this too long. We got some 90-plus guys trying to go to the pro draft. We're going to try to convince them to stay. But we don't know any of these players, so I'm going to try to get through this to where we can get to the start of Season 7, the preseason, and then we'll go through the roster and see what kind of team we're looking at here. Alright, so we don't have any juniors planning on leaving. I misread that. They're all seniors, so we're going to go ahead and move on. Unfortunately, nobody wanting to transfer in. I thought maybe we might get some of the Houston guys to transfer with us, but no luck there. So here's our point split on recruiting. We're just going for these 2 guys here that are 80 plus. Dion Evers is a guy we were actually recruiting at Houston. You can see Houston number 3 on his list there, but at number 1, we're going to give him a little bit less points than Anthony Johnson. So let's go ahead and advance and see if we're able to get these 2 guys. Alright, so we were able to get both of these 5-star guys, so really happy about that, and we ended up signing the number 8 recruiting class in the country. Not that I can really take any credit for that, but we'll take it. Here's a look at the other top 10 recruiting classes. Clemson at number 1, Houston number 3, so we ended up coming in at number 8. Alright, I'm going to skip through position changes. We'll just go over the roster when we get to the preseason depth chart. Overall, player progression went pretty well. We got a lot of like +6, +5, +8 on this halfback. Let's take a look. Quarterback room needs some work. Will Nicholson, the junior, is the top-rated guy. Not sure if we're going to go with him or Rod Burt to start our first season at Oregon. But they both got +3, +2, that type of stuff. Colby Arnold, starting running back, got +8 to a 91, so that's great. He doesn't have the best speed, but he has like 99 elusiveness, 99 juke move, 99 spin move, 99 carrying, so this guy's going to be really solid, I think. Wide receivers, Corey Weiss, our number 1 guy, got -1, but the rest of the guys kind of balanced everything else out with +5s, +3, +2. So not too bad there. Tight ends, we're doing good. Offensive line is looking pretty good except for at center. Had to move a guy over from left guard over to center, and he got -1, so that's not great. But the rest of the O-line looks pretty good. We got a freshman starting at right tackle. Marquise Brumfield at left end is going to be a beast. He got +7. And then we've got an 82 overall, Lane Harlow at the other end. D-tackle is a weakness for us. Linebacker is really solid. We got a 98 overall guy there. A couple of 80-plus guys here, 81 on the right side. Defensive back, Tank McIver, I don't know if you guys remember, but this is a guy that we recruited pretty heavily back at Houston. So glad to have him on the team. He's just a sophomore. He's at 86, ended up getting, or 84, got +6 in player progression. And then safeties both look really good. And the punter got -2, but, you know, it's a punter. Not a big deal there. So that's it for player progression. Changed up some of the protective rivalries here in the Big Ten. Our protective rivalry is going to be against Penn State. We've got Ohio State versus USC. We've got Minnesota and UCLA. Michigan versus Washington. That should be an interesting one. So looking forward to these new matchups. So we've made it to the preseason. Going to go ahead and set up the recruiting board, and I will give you guys an update once we've got that done. All right, so here's an update on the recruiting board headed into the season. We've got some issues trying to find a quarterback here early on. I scouted 3 guys. A couple of guys that started in the low 80s that scouted down to the high 60s that I just got rid of. And then this guy, we're already 2,000 points behind, and he's scouted down to a 74, so not the best there either, but he does have pretty good balanced stats. So I might end up going for this guy, but we'll keep scouting around and see. A lot of receivers didn't have enough to scout all of them. But these two guys that we have the lead on have pretty good stats. Jalen Emerson particularly. I like his catching ability and his speed, so he's probably a guy that we're going to try to get. Another guy, DJ Hewley here, 84 overall. Has really good stats as well, but we're pretty far behind, and we've got some stiff competition still. So not sure if we'll end up making any ground on him, but I might try to sway him a little bit in the first few weeks and see how it goes. Tight end, wanting to go for this guy here, Luke English, 6'4", 241. Scouted to a 74. He's just really good, balanced overall tight end. Gonna want to try to get him. Minus 12 on this tackle. Haven't decided if I'm going for him or not. Minus 9 on this guard. Same story, but we did find a +8 center who we're pretty far ahead on, so definitely going to try to go for him. That's our weak spot on the offensive line. At defensive end, we found Daquan Dollison, who was a +8 up to a 78, so really good there. Let's see, didn't scout him. Minus 5 on this linebacker, not great. We did end up finding a +4 middle linebacker with Max Dozier, so probably going to go for him. Maybe even still go for Dante Johnson, 78 overall, even though he's a minus 5, still pretty good. Minus 4 on this defensive back. I'm already almost 3,000 points behind on him, so probably not going to go for him. Storm O'Quinn was the biggest gem that we found, +14, up to an 87 at free safety. Just ridiculous stats. Definitely going to try to get him. And that's it. So, we did also find 79 overall Diane Ellis. Really good stats for a receiver. Got 84 route running, pretty good catching ability, and the athletic stuff is good as well. So definitely going to be trying to get this guy. But the hunt for a good quarterback continues. I'll keep you guys updated on that throughout the season. All right, so here's an overview of the depth chart. At quarterback, redshirt senior Rod Burt has been the starter there for a season or two. But Will Nicholson had such good player progression over the offseason. While he does have a lot less speed, he does have a lot better of a carrying stat. Rod Burt has 27 on carrying. Nicholson's not great at 64, but at least he won't be fumbling every time he gets breathed on. And he does have pretty good... He has pretty much the same running stats, actually a little bit better, other than the speed. And he's got slightly better accuracy. Throwing the ball... Let's see, let me pull that up. Throwing power is 1 less, but throw accuracy is 5 higher. So we're going to go with Will Nicholson, at least at the start of the season. He's a little undersized at 6 foot. Rod Burt at 6'3". But we're going to go with it and see how it goes. And if we need to make a change, we can. Rod Burt does have the experience, and that's going to be really good for us off the bench. At halfback, we've got junior Colby Arnold. Just really good stats across the board, 91 overall. He's got not the best speed, 81. We went over this a little bit earlier, but he's got 98 break tackle, 95 elusiveness, 98 spin move, 99 juke, 99 carrying. Really solid stats there. I think he's going to be great. And then off the bench, we've got Trey Moore, the senior, and then Shantez Shepard if we end up needing him. He's a redshirt junior. At receiver, we've got senior Corey Weiss as the number 1 guy, 88 overall. Lamar Watkins at an 85 and Marcus Burbank at an 81. Marcus Burbank being the fastest of the guys, but in terms of elusiveness, yeah, he's got the advantage there. Let me take a look at the catching stuff. 28 carrying for Corey Weiss is really bad. Hopefully he doesn't get hit too hard when he makes his catches, but these catching stats are insane. 98 route running, 99 catch in traffic, 99 spectacular, and 90 catching. Just really good. 88 jumping. So I don't know. I don't know that our quarterback situation is good enough to be able to utilize these guys very well. Haven't decided what kind of offense we're going to run yet. But these guys are definitely going to be good enough to, carry us at that position. At tight end, we've got 90 overall Zach Morris. I wish he was a little taller. He's 6 feet, but he's got really good stats as well. Not going to go over every single stat for every position, but he's really good. The guy we redshirted is going to be good moving forward. But for now, we're going to have Aaron Koyak as the backup. O-line, we've got an 85 junior left tackle. redshirt senior 92 Nathaniel Banks at left guard. Eli Clapp going to be the starting senior. He regressed a little bit over the offseason, 77 overall. And then at right guard, we've got Wes Navarro at an 80, and Dion Evers at right tackle at an 80 as well. True freshman, 6'6", 304. Going to be huge on the right side, especially in the next few seasons as he progresses. Just some beasts on the defensive ends, Marquise Brumfield and Lane Harlow. And then at D tackle, definitely our weak spot. We've got 75 overall Don Chamblin, redshirt freshman, and then true freshman Stanley Wooten. So definitely going to hope to have some progression there in the next few seasons, and that's definitely going to be a position that we're going to be recruiting really hard. Probably our best player on the team, Kyle Artis at outside linebacker, 98 overall. We've got an 89 overall middle linebacker with Jeremy LaRubio, and then Devin Criswell as well. And then Kelvin Salter on the other side. At defensive back, we got sophomore Tank McIver, like I mentioned before, a guy that we recruited back at Houston. He's an 84 overall, and then 81 Brodarius Leatherwood. And then Lorenzo Hillary is going to be the third guy there. Senior free safety J.C. Butler at an 88. He's going to be a key player for us, along with Elias Lee on the other side at an 87. And then we've got true freshman kicker Nate Keebler. Let's take a look at his kicking stats. I haven't actually looked at this yet. He's got a 71 on power, not great, but a 93 accuracy. And then for the punter, we've got TJ Klausman, who is a sophomore. 94 kick power, 86 accuracy. He's going to be great for us, and he's probably going to be doing the kicking off. Haven't set the kick returners. Let me take a look at this, and then I'll get right back to you. Yeah, definitely going to be Trey Moore returning kicks and punts for us. He's got 90 speed, 99 acceleration, 91 agility. Definitely the quickest guy out of these, so he's going to be the guy. And that's going to be it for the depth chart. So that's the team for this season. Definitely needs some work, but I think we got a good foundation to build on. So here's going to be our schedule for Season 7. I didn't even do this. Well, I did, kind of. But they had us playing at Houston for Week 8. I didn't put that. They just put it on there. So I thought that would be an interesting matchup. I went ahead and moved it to Week 1 just so that we had a bye week sort of in the middle of the season to recover a little bit. But that's going to be an interesting opening game on the road at our old team. Then we're going to be taking on Maryland and Memphis at home with a bye week in Week 4. Then we've got at Penn State at home against Iowa and USC, and then another bye week. Then we're on the road against Nebraska and UCLA. Then at home against Illinois, at Wisconsin, home against Washington, at Stanford. So not an easy schedule by any means. Definitely interested to see how our team fares up against our old team. Definitely good to see a lot of those players in action one last time probably. And then it'll be off to the races for our first season in the Big Ten. So that's going to do it for this preseason, off-season video, headed into Season 7. If you guys made it this far in the video, if you don't mind, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the new team. Let me know if you hate me for leaving Houston or if you're excited for a new, fresh start. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for Week 1 on the road against Houston.